Hi, my name is Pat Kurowski, and I'm the owner and founder of MarketKeep, the digital marketing agency for small business owners. Now, as the owner of a landscaping company, you're probably watching this video because you want to learn how to generate landscaping leads online for your business. And in this presentation, that's exactly what we're going to cover. We're going to go through the practices and tactics that we utilize for our clients to help them rank on the first page of Google search results, so that way you can turn around and utilize them for your business, so that way you can generate more phone calls, contact form submissions, and ultimately grow your business. Now, it goes without saying that while you can certainly do this yourself, I did include a link in the description below where you can request a free SEO evaluation from our team. In this customized report, we'll walk you through exactly how your website's performing with its local on-page and off-page SEO strategies, what you need to do in order to improve, and how our business can help you. And that report will come over not only in a PDF, but also in a video just like this, so we can walk you through the report visually. With that being said, let's jump right in. At the end of the day, SEO is all about trying to connect with your customers in the moments that matter most to them. So for the purpose of this presentation, I wanted to focus on the SEO search term landscaping company in Baltimore, Maryland, since that's where our business is based. Now, in order to get onto the first page of Google search results, there's really two places that you can appear. The first is what's called the Google 3-pack, which is the organic listings at the top of the page in the map section. That's really tied back to what's called your local SEO strategy. The second place that you can appear on the first page of search is within the top 8 slots of a Google search result. That makes up the first page of Google search. Now, that is controlled by what's called on-page SEO and off-page SEO. In this presentation, we're going to kind of break it down into 3 distinct sections. There's going to be a local SEO component, an on-page SEO component, and an off-page SEO component. Let's first start off by going through local SEO.
Now, we believe here at MarketKeep that local SEO is one of the easiest ways a business owner can drive qualified traffic to their website, because it's primarily based off of your interaction with your customers and the work that you're doing. So I want to kind of go through this one first. Local SEO is primarily tied back to what's called your Google Business Profile, which is a free account that you can claim by going to google.com/business and then filling out the relevant information. And once you do that, you have a Google Business Profile that you're able to optimize and try to get into what's called the Google 3-pack, which is what you kind of see here on my screen. So in this example, we have Maxalia Inc., SBC Outdoor Services, and Roman's Lawn and Landscaping. Now, the thing we have to keep in mind in regards to the Google 3-pack or local SEO is that it is based off of your proximity to the person searching and how reputable your website is. So the 2 biggest things that we would stress to you are always to try and maximize generating 4- and 5-star reviews, and just having a defined service radius within your business profile itself. But there are a few things that can help separate you from being somebody that's not within the Google 3-pack to somebody that is maximizing that. Let's take a look at SBC Outdoor Services, because I think they're actually doing a pretty good job with their Google Business Profile. So when we click through and look directly at SBC Outdoor Services, I think there's a couple things that stand out to us. Number one, they have 27 reviews already on their platform, and you can see they have a 4.7 rating out of 100. The magic number, I think, in order to rank successfully is to have at least a 4.1 or 4.2 out of 5. But beyond that, there are things that you should be controlling within the business profile itself. First, any job that you complete, you really want to make sure that you're adding the photos. So the more photos that you can add to the business, the better your search visibility is going to be. If you treat the Google Business Profile like a Facebook or an Instagram, in the sense that the more you're interacting and posting to the account, the better it's going to perform. You then want to make sure that you have your address clearly defined, your areas served clearly defined, hours of operation, phone, appointments, and even the website URL. I can't tell you how often we get a notification from somebody looking to optimize their website, and one of these things isn't already filled out. The simplest thing to do is just make sure that the business profile is 100% optimized. From there, the only other thing that you need to do in order to kind of optimize the business profile is just post to the profile itself. So Google does have a section called the Google Posts where you can kind of update companies or your customers just about projects that you've completed. Maybe you've written a blog article and you want to kind of highlight that on your Google Business profile as well. But again, the more you're posting to the profile itself, I think the more consistent you're going to find you're appearing within Google search results. Now, the only other thing that I think a lot of business owners don't take into consideration with local SEO is what's called local citations. And that's anywhere that you can list your business's name, address, and phone number. And so platforms like Yelp, Foursquare, Apple Maps, Bing Places, the more of those profiles that you have filled out, the better your local SEO strategy is going to be and the more holistic it's going to be. So here at MarketKeep, one of the things that we do when we partner with a business is we try and find all of their local citations and see how many are filled out correctly, how many are incorrect, and how many are just missing altogether. So in a situation like this, you can see that there's a company like Groundhog Landscaping where, yeah, they might have their Google Business profile filled out, but look at all the inconsistencies with Facebook and Bing, and then look at all the listings where they have absolutely no information at all. Situations like this are really critical in order to make sure that if we go back to our example of a landscaping company in Baltimore, the more consistent you can be with the Google Business profile and the more consistent you can be with your local citations, the better chance you have of appearing within the Google 3-pack. Now again, local SEO is just one piece to the puzzle, so we still need to focus on on-page and off-page SEO.
Since we just uncovered a little bit more about local SEO, it's probably important that we start turning our attention to on-page SEO. On-page SEO is really just paying attention to the keywords that you're selecting for your website. And the trick here is to just be as descriptive as possible. In this presentation clip, we're going to take a look at why that matters and how you can utilize that for your website.
Going back to our example of landscaping company in Baltimore, Maryland, we did want to highlight what's called on-page SEO, which is utilizing the right keywords and structuring them correctly on your website page. So when somebody searches for a landscaping company in Baltimore, Maryland, even if you don't have the chance to appear within the Google 3-pack yet, you do have the ability to appear within what's called the organic section, which is made up of the first 8 slots of a Google search result page. Now, if somebody were to utilize the term landscaping company in Baltimore, you could see that when you go down to some of these companies, they've correctly placed landscaping services or landscaping company within their meta tag title, their meta description, and the content of the website itself. And looking at an example like TLK Landscaping, you can clearly see landscaping services in Baltimore listed correctly throughout the website. And as you click through, you can also see landscaping company a little bit more structured throughout the page itself as well. Now, one of the problems that we see a lot with landscaping companies is that they're too broad with their keywords, meaning that they're just kind of utilizing the name of the page in order to rank. And that's not very helpful. And the reason being for that is actually within the data that I'm about to show. So for instance, if you were to just utilize the term landscaping, that's an incredibly difficult keyword to rank for. And while yes, it does have 104,000 searches per month, it's almost impossible to rank as a landscaping company that's only serving, within a 10 to 15 mile radius of its business. Even if you were to use a term like landscaping company, you can see that while, hey, it might be a little bit more descriptive, it is still just as difficult to rank. So the trick to on-page SEO is to use what's called long-tail keywords. So if we go back to the example of landscaping company in Baltimore, you can see that just by extending that search term to be a little bit more direct and a little bit more relevant to the person that's searching, it almost makes that keyword completely easy to rank for. So in a situation like this, if somebody uses the term landscaping company in Baltimore, it's not as difficult to rank for, and there's an opportunity for you to kind of see success right away. So the more descriptive you can be with your SEO keywords, the better you're going to be performing. Now, if I even bring this to a different example of like landscaper Baltimore, and we looked at that term, you can see that again, there's not a lot of keyword difficulty level for this topic. So it's a little less competitive. So with your on-page SEO, you really want to be asking yourself the question, what's the keyword that somebody in my target market is going to be searching? So that way I can build my website page around that term.
Finally, there's off-page SEO, which is all about backlinking. The more websites that link back to you, the more authoritative or popular you become on Google search results. And since Google really cares about showing the most accurate search result, backlinks or links from other websites plays a vital role in your ability to be maintained as one of the top search results online. So let's take a look at backlinking.
Backlinking is vital to search engine optimization in the sense that the more websites you have linking back to you, the more authoritative your website's going to become. So if we go to an example like landscaping in Baltimore again, you can see that while it is a relatively easy keyword to rank for, at a minimum, companies still need about 8 other websites to link back to them in order to be considered relevant for the first page of search. Now, you can't just have any old website link back to you. You want a website that's authoritative. So I think a lot of problems that we see with clients is the fact that they might go to a different platform like Upwork or Fiverr and get a lot of backlinks for really cheap. But what they don't recognize is that a lot of those websites are links from outside of the US. And why would somebody looking for a landscaping company in Baltimore want to have any traffic coming back from like India or overseas? So you really want to make sure that you're being, I think, precise with the backlinks that you are adding to your website. Here at MarketKeep, one of the fun things that we have the ability to do is go in and look at those competitors and see where they're generating their backlinks from. So for instance, if I wanted to figure out, well, how is TLK Landscaping getting to the first page of search, I can see that they have 145 backlinks from 12 different websites. And then the cool thing is you can go in and you can actually look at those backlinks and see how you can build out the same exact ones. So here they're listed on expertise.com, which in our opinion is a local citation because that's anywhere that you can list your name, address, and phone number. We can also go down the list a little bit more and you can see that they've been included in other categories with what are called like landscape development forums or websites. I can even go over to another person like Urban Garden Design and look at their 326 backlinks and see exactly where they're getting their backlinks from as well. So I think one of the things you want to take into consideration when building out your SEO with a website is making sure that anywhere that you can list your name, address, and phone number, that's going to be really relevant to you. Anywhere that you can kind of get inserted into like a home and garden show that you're going to, making sure that you can get on their website and they have a link pointing back to you. All of these things are going to help you to be able to rank a little bit more effectively. But keep in mind that SEO is an holistic approach. You do need to work on your local on-page and off-page SEO campaigns simultaneously.
I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any further questions regarding search engine optimization or want to learn a little bit more about how our business can help you, please take a look at the description below to request a free SEO evaluation from your team. But thanks again for watching this video, and I wish you the best of luck with your business. Thanks a lot and take care.